Racing Electronics here at the PRI show. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network having an absolute blast talking to a wide variety of racers. And, man, we're just going to continue on with it. Another one of our Hoosier Hero drivers is Derek Fletcher. Derek, how are you, man?
Doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too, as far as that goes. Okay, so you run in sports car racing in the Gulf Coast area. Just tell us a little bit about your racing.
Yes, I'm in the National Autosport Association, road racing and tracks basically all over the country. Some of the regions we race in, though, are Gulf South region like New Orleans, and then you got Mid-America region like Ozarks International, and then you've got let's see, Mid-South would be Nashville, Tennessee, and those kinds of areas. And so when we're racing, we might take in as many as 2 regions in a single weekend, or just, go this weekend, we'll go to one region, next weekend we can go to a track at another region.
Yeah, neat stuff. It really, truly is. And I'm looking at some stats here. 23 wins, 32 podiums. It looks like 4 track champion records, 7 regional championships. Looks like things are going well also.
Going good. We've got a 2023 model Corvette Z06. Wow. It's street stock right off the showroom floor. We make a few adjustments that are built into it from the factory that we can make. Throw some decals on it and go racing, and it's been a wonderful experience. We're out there racing against cars that are 800 to 1,000 pounds lighter than us, and then the way NASA does it, they put you in a classification based on your weight and horsepower, and so we're in the top tier of the racing community in NASA, and just loving every minute of it.
Okay, I read a little bit of your social media, okay, and I want to talk, I want to go way, way back, because we'll build the story here up to where you're at with Team Annabelle's right now, but it sounds like to me, potentially, before you met your wife, you were a little bit of a wild man. Is that accurate?
That'd be accurate, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much I can tell you about that right now, but yeah, we were pretty wild.
Yeah, no doubt. No, the reason I say this, I say this from no point of judgment, because I'd have been at the next bar stool. If we were in the same town, I'd have been at the next bar stool. Okay, so step number 1 is you meet your wife, and then you have a child, and you want to talk about wild man lifestyle to Team Annabelle. Just describe a little bit your journey with your daughter and what the challenges she have and what she goes through. Talk a little bit about that.
Wonderful. Thanks for asking. So 7 years ago, Stephanie and I had a daughter. It was our second daughter, our 4th child together, and Annabelle was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means that half of her heart did not form correctly. And we found out that way that there are 40,000 kids born every year with heart defects, and just over 10,000 a year are born into critical care, such as our daughter Annabelle, which means that they'll have multiple operations over the course of their life and eventually have a heart transplant probably, which is where we're at. Annabelle's had 3 open heart surgeries. She's 7 years old, and we're just trying to get as much time out of her little heart that we can before she has a heart transplant, because a new heart from a donor does not last forever. It can last 6 or 10 years before you need another one. So our mission has been, for the last few years that we're racing, is just to get the word out about what's going on in our country. There's kids in hospitals all over the country who are suffering, and it's not the best quality of life. Just because you get one surgery to correct a problem doesn't mean you're not going to have to go back again and take a lot of meds that are hard on your system. So our job, we think, is just to get the word out about it, because 7 years ago we didn't know anything about it, and so what goes along with that is we get to meet a lot of kids and a lot of families when we're in the hospital with our daughter who don't have it as good as we do, right? I mean, their salaries have been cut in half at home. They haven't seen their other siblings in a long time. And so a Heart Like Mine Foundation can bring these families together for a weekend, or we can buy a special stroller that a kid might need, or just help out in many different ways. And social media and interviews like this really help us get the word out to people and let them know that we're here.
You've got a tattoo on your arm that says Jesus is an outlaw too. Isn't it amazing, Derek, how we live our lives, and then there are times some things happen to us in our life and journey that take us to a place we never dreamed we would be?
So true, man. That is so true. I never thought I'd be here living the dream, or that I would be living the dream under these circumstances, and it's just I find that the passion that drives us comes from the experiences that our daughter's having and all these other poor kids across the nation, and just to be able to help that a little bit, get the word out, try to raise some money at teamannabelle.org, and 100% of those funds help the kids and the families. There's no expenses. We're not creating jobs and salaries and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to help, teamannabelle.org.
Teamannabelle.org. That is fantastic. Here at the PRI trade show, the Hoosier Heroes, what has this been like?
Man, it's like rock star treatment all the way around. It's great to walk around and meet people like yourself, our heroes, and it's also a lot of work. And so we get to see now what's going on behind the screen, so to speak, all the box lunches and the preparation and all that go into it. So kudos and a lot of respect to those who do this all the time. It's amazing.
Derek, it is amazing. Your story is amazing, that's for sure. I love the journey. I love the story. And go to teamannabelle.com, teamannabelle.org, that's for sure. Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There we go. That's Derek Fletcher joining us, one of the Hoosier Heroes, and a great story. Make sure you follow along, and teamannabelle.org. Joining us here in the Racing Electronics display at PRI.